Welcome back to the garage. My name is Brandon Hart, and today we're going to talk about the top 10 everyday carry items for riding a motorcycle. And to clarify, this is for what you carry on your person, not necessarily in your saddlebag or backpack. Before we dive in, I did want to share a personal brand that I made. This is called Iron Coast Supply, and I make t-shirts. So if you're interested in supporting the channel, what's this t-shirt I have on today? Iron Coast. It's mostly motorcycle related. This one is like a skull with a snake. But if you want to help support the channel, that's a great way to do so. I don't think I'm really gonna do this in any particular order, but first thing that pops into my head anytime you talk about EDC is gonna be a firearm. Now, I live in the state of Florida where it's legal to both conceal carry and open carry your weapon. I don't really like to open carry so much because, and again, this is up for argument, but I think it kind of puts you at a tactical disadvantage sometimes where someone knows you have a gun. I don't always want everyone else around me to know that I'm carrying a gun. So I used to carry appendix, which, as you can imagine, when you're riding, it's not the most comfortable position. So more recently, I've switched to like a 4 o'clock, 4:30-ish carry on my side. You think you're riding, you're moving your legs. You don't tend to feel that as much as you do appendix. You're always like tucking in your belly a little bit, right? Like got some overhang there. It's not always the most comfortable position. So 4 o'clock, 4:30, and you carry at that position, doesn't print too bad, especially like the more baggy shirts that I tend to wear. These Iron Coast, unless it was like super tight, you can kind of see a print, but not so bad. I'll just pull it out to show you. I have different firearms that I tend to carry. This is my Canik MC9. It's been cleared already, but just for the YouTubes, completely clear. This is a really nice compact 9mm. It was relatively inexpensive too, and it comes with 2 separate mags. I like to do the smaller capacity one when I carry. Again, it's all about weight and being comfortable. This one is 12+1, 13 rounds. That's gonna be good enough for most things that you're gonna need. I don't really carry a backup mag or think it's worth it. If I was ever in a situation where I need to use 13 rounds, I don't know, good luck to me, but I feel like that's probably enough to protect me when I need it. This gun has been extremely reliable for me and somewhat accurate, even though it's a subcompact. You know, I do have my pinky kind of sliding down. Now, it has the extended mag, which makes it easier to get a grip on it. But what I found, and I'll put this back in the holster, is with the extended mag, it tends to protrude a little bit. So like you can't really see this one, but it's another inch or so. Next, every man needs a good pocket knife. This is called a Kershaw Select Fire. See, that goes in focus, all right. And you'll notice it's got some interesting features. So the blade's okay. It's kind of like a, you know, an entry range, what is it? The 8CR13 MOV. So it's not like an expensive blade. I think this was like sub 40 bucks. Cuts plenty well for what I need it for. What I really like about this is it has a bit handle, or a bit extension. Room for 2 bits on each side, spring loaded. That, I've got a flat head and a Phillips head screwdriver on one side. And then I actually used my own Torx bits for the other side. So these are common handlebar sizes. I think it's like what, like T25 or T26. And it's magnetic, pretty strong too. You can hold it upside down easily. I mean, you really got to put some force to get it to fall out there. So it doesn't lock completely, but it's like semi, right? Semi locks there and at a 90-degree angle. This is great. You know, if you're working on your controls, your Harley on the side of the road or something, that might be really useful. Also, I mean, anytime you need a screwdriver, you kind of have one in your pocket. Not super heavy, decent blade, no assisted opening option. But it's Kershaw, right? Kershaw makes a decent knife. So for my knife, I tend to carry it in my lower pocket. You know, your pockets are kind of separated. So that's it, the lower end. I like to have that access if I need it. Next, in that upper pocket area, I do have a multi-tool. This one's kind of small. This is the SOG or SOG Power Pint, and extremely tiny. I would say one-hand operation, right? You can kind of open it with one hand-ish if you need to. One thing I'll say is there's no spring, so you do have to operate it both ways, but obviously you have your pliers there. You do have a couple different size blades, almost like a pick, can opener, little saw slash file on one side. And then the other side, you're gonna have a few things. You've got kind of a serrated knife, screwdrivers, and scissors, believe it or not. So if you're in a pinch, need some scissors, you got it here. But good to have an array of tools. You know, and I don't like a lot of things in my pocket. I don't really want to carry like a super heavy multi-tool, so this fits the bill for me. It doesn't take up too much weight or real estate in my pockets. And then next to that, on the top, I have my flashlight. And this thing is pretty cool. Super small, made by Kodiak. I believe I got this from Walmart. It's like the Kodiak EDC or something, but it's USB-C charged. And they have like the battery lengths depending on the intensity of the flashlight. One thing I will say off the bat, based on the clip, the flashlight is facing up in your pocket, so there are times, because the button's right here, where you'll press that by accident in your pocket and it'll like light you up. So be aware of that. It does have adjustable brightnesses. And then you can double click on it, get it to flash a little bit. If you hold it in, it's the turbo mode. But another cool feature, it has, the way that the clip is, you can clip it on your hat, right? So if you're on the side of the highway, you can just have it on your hat. I'm not gonna clip it on, but you're working on your bike, whatever you need to do. It's pretty useful, and I like things that are rechargeable because you never know when a battery's gonna die, and carrying extra batteries is just one more thing. For me, it's always easier to just charge something, and all the camera gear I use, my phone, everything's USB-C, so when I get something that is rechargeable like this, it's gonna be USB-C. But super small flashlight, flat enough to fit in your pocket. You just have to be careful putting it in because your thumb tends to hit the on switch. So I'll usually put my fingers on the side. So I carry the multi-tool, my flashlight up top, and my knife down the bottom. And then lastly in that pocket, if we're talking about power, I carry a 10,000, I believe, milliamp hour power bank. And this one's cool. It's both USB and USB-C, or USB-A and USB-C. And it's got this little side button that tells you how much is charged. We're on 99%, which is great. By the way, I'll put links for all this stuff in the description. They're gonna be affiliate links. So that's great and all, having a power bank, but you have to have a way to connect your phone or other devices. So I actually found something on Amazon. I think it was like 10 bucks maybe. And it basically slides around on your keychain. Might as well take my keychain off. So it's like a little keychain there. And what's cool about it, USB-C charger. And it just slides right on in there on each side. Nice and snug. Carry it around. But I could take this and let's say I need to charge my phone. Well, USB-C my power bank, connect it to my phone, boom, it charges. Or if I need to charge one of my cameras, you know, my USB flashlight, I can do that with this. And this is small enough in my pocket where it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I really, I use that a lot more than I'd like to admit. I mean, it's just nice having with your phone. I found with that one, 10,000 milliamp hours, it's usually around like 1 3/4, almost 2 full charges on a phone, which is great. And then while I have my keys out, obviously it's gonna be my keys. Nothing too special about this. I usually just have the latch, right? So you can just clip it to one of your belt loops, walk around with it, boom, boom. Really easy. Got my locks for my motorcycle, saddlebags. And then I have this. This is pretty cool. You're like, well, why are you carrying like a cable with a brass latch on it? Well, for this, it's no secret, I like to wear hats all the time. You know, I don't have much going on under the hood, you know what I'm saying? So, I like to wear hats very frequently. So this is pretty cool because I wear a lot of fitted hats, but it even works if like, you know, you wear a snapback or something like that, where the snaps aren't always gonna hold up at highway speeds. But with your fitted hats, you could just feed this through. So you have your hat, you put it through the tag there. One end is threaded, if you could see that. And the other is this brass loop. Well, you can also put this on through one of your belt loops and then tie it. And there you go. You got your hat on the highway, even if fitted, you don't have to worry about losing your hat. Usually I'm carrying my hat in my saddlebags, or because I do wear a helmet. But you know, if I'm riding a bike without saddlebags, that's the way I would do it. It's just a little cable clip. I don't even know what it's called, cable something, but you know where I got it? I got it at Lowe's in the key section. You know, like where they make the keys? That's where I found it. And it just comes in a little package, a little cable lock or something like that. But I like it because I can also just keep it on my keychain. I don't have to carry it loose in my pocket. Good little life hack if you're like me and you like to wear hats a lot. Barely tell it's there. Next on the list is going to be cell phone, and for me, cell phone / wallet. So for mine, I think this is like an iPhone 16, but the case has one of those magnets. I don't know what these are called. Something magnet, just magnetizes right on there. So, cell phone in my left pocket by itself. And what's nice is the way this back latches. If you're at a desk or something, you pull out your phone, you know, you can watch YouTube or scroll videos, whatever you do, whatever you like to do. And it's nice. It'll just prop up nicely for you, right? So I combine those two. It's all about holding the least possible real estate and weight in my pants. So I don't have like a, you know, one of those Ridge wallets. I used to have one, but I found like the corners were really sharp and like, I just didn't like the way it felt in my pocket. I don't know, wasn't for me. And then lastly, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I do have my belt, just a normal belt, but lastly is gonna be a watch. And if you ride, you know, if you wear gloves, it's nice to have a watch that's not huge, and it's also nice to have something lightweight. So this is just a Casio, if I can get the model number. Casio AE1000W. This one has like 3 different time zones you can track. It's got the second counter and a little like map of the time zone you're at highlighted. You could do 5 alarms on it and a little light to illuminate. It's not a G-Shock, but very similar. Again, super light. I don't know the official weight on this, you'd have to look it up. But I also like it because the watch face itself isn't huge like some of those G-Shocks are. They're just like obnoxiously large. This one is a good fit on my wrist, and I have pretty large wrists. Like my hands are usually XL. So if I'm wearing gloves on the bike, get the right side. If I'm wearing gloves, you know, I can be comfortable with gloves and it doesn't like bother me, right? Because like, you know, you're frequently moving your wrist if you're riding, and I need a light watch that doesn't really annoy me. It's a Casio, we know it's gonna be accurate, and I like the way it looks with the tan and the black. I think you could probably find I mean, you know watches. I don't like to wear super expensive watches when I'm riding, especially not metal watches. I used to wear them, and it just became annoying and bothered my wrist. Again, it's got a fairly soft strap, and they're pretty rugged. By the way, these gloves, non-sponsored or anything, but I just got these from Odin. I'm not really counting this in my EDC, but I like these. They're pretty cool. They have these built-in magnets. Look, they just go right on your tank. They have these little slits in the index finger and the thumb. So let's say you pull up to the gas station, you need to access your wallet, credit card. Got these little finger peepers, whatever you want to call them. I thought that was a pretty cool feature. So that's going to do it with our everyday carry on a motorcycle. I am always looking for ways to improve or cool gadgets. I kind of have like this obsession with cool little tech stuff. So if you got any ideas or any things that you use, put them down in the comments. Would love to know. Anything I maybe am missing in my package. I did promise earlier that we share a negative comment towards the end of the video. So this negative comment comes from one of the recent shorts that I posted. I have some shorts, by the way. This comes from Linus Kuzmikas. I wear a full face pretty much all the time riding, all the time. Linus says a full face lid on a Harley-Davidson, question mark. Really, dude? Is that plastic in the water? Plastic in water or just PMS, I guess. So Linus or Linus, sounds like you don't like full faces, and that's cool, but with me, I don't know. It's crazy here in Florida, so I don't always wear full gear, but I like to at least have the dome protected. You know, you only get one grill, one jaw, might as well protect it. So that's all I have to say there. If you're still here, thank you for watching this video. If you ride, like I always say, keep the rubber side down. Ride safe out there. It's been raining like crazy lately in Florida, so hopefully wherever you are, you're getting some nice weather and some riding opportunities as we start to wrap up summer. Can't believe it's August already, but thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.